Hello, divine creators. Welcome to Dumela Universe. Thank you so much for joining us. This is a collective weekly reading for the 16th to the 22nd of January 2023. The sun moves into Aquarius around the 20th of January, and we have the new moon in Aquarius on the 21st of January. So a powerful week, powerful energies as we now shift into a different energy in the Aquarian frequency, from the Capricorn Earth to the air sign of Aquarius, the 11th sign. Manifestation, balance, authentic creation, true creation, you anchoring information and energies in this physical which have not been anchored before, so bringing new energy, the energy of invention, of new creative ideas, new imaginings, powerful energies as you step into Aquarius. We have all missed you. We have taken some time off to integrate some energies we received these past few weeks, and we look forward to sharing these beautiful energies, this clarity, as we continue on our journey together this year. Okay, beautiful beings, let's see what's coming through this week for all of us. The 16th to the 22nd of January 2023. Happy birthday to all of you celebrating this week. May it be a blessed week. May it be absolutely beautiful, filled with love, abundance, wish fulfillment, and beautiful manifestations, beautiful energies coming through for you. And of course, for each and every single one of you, have a most magical, beautiful, fantastic week. We have the Six of Pentacles at the center, at the heart of this read. So yes, this is a week of energies balancing in the physical with the Pentacles energy. And we see the infinity here in the image. It's time for energies to balance out, to really come into full cycle, and for you to really experience source within the physical. That has been the energy or the message we have been receiving for the past few weeks, especially last week when we took our time off, where source gave us a powerful message, and we are to share it now. So humans, we had been conditioned to honor source of illusion, a source born of the external, source, God, universe, which was given to us through the instruction of how to be, how to see the world, through upbringing, through culture, religion, tradition, whatever it might be. We received the illusion of source, the idea of source, and we were made to believe that was true, and we that is how we created with this a falsity of what source really is. And in that allowed, or rather created, an experience where we then honored a false source in the physical, a false understanding of source in the light. This then, of course, created these unfortunate and uncomfortable and unwanted experiences, which brought us to the truth of who we really are, because we realized, okay, so yes, we are manifesting some things with this understanding of what source is, but it's not really true to us. It's not really full. It's not whole. And for some, really heartbreaking and suffering experiences through the understanding of source you had been conditioned into. So the work had to be done inward, within the shadow, to embrace source within the dark, source within the shadow, the divine feminine energy, the receptivity of source within. So each and every single one of us went on that journey, that inner journey, that Knight of Pentacles journey, where we now really invested in our truth, creating in our truth, in our authenticity, re-evaluating the understanding and the idea of source that we had, and finally allowing source to be a limitless, unknown frequency within, which we all tapped into. Now, when you think of source energy, when we think of that unseen energy, that limitless energy, we give that energy freedom. That energy is limitless, is powerful, it's unknown, it has no limitation, it has no definition. It is simply a powerful source that we are, which we are here to now discover, to tap into in the physical. It's now time for us now to understand that the physical, the light, also has a source, a higher awakened source. And it's time for us now to receive from the awakened source in the light. And the only way to do that is the same freedom you give source within, the same limitlessness you give source within, to give source in the physical, to give source in the light. The same freedom and unbounded energy you give the divine feminine is for you to give the same freedom and unbounded energy to the divine masculine. That is, you give your physical experience complete freedom. Who you are, how you are going to be, the manifestations in the physical, to be free, limitless, unknown, as the way in which you view the shadow, the dark, the divine feminine. Because it is an honoring, you see, the divine feminine, as we learned through that Cancerian full moon, the divine feminine and masculine honor each other. How? The divine feminine honors source, the divine masculine honors source. That's how. The shadow honors source, the light honors source. The non-physical honors source, the physical honors source. The masculine and the feminine energy both honor source, thus they honor each other. The masculine isn't focused on the feminine isn't focused on the masculine. Both energies are focused and seated within source. Thus, they are available to each other's energy to inspire each other. They allow each other to be free. Thus, whatever the divine feminine, the shadow, receives from source is what will then be reflected in the divine masculine, for then the divine masculine also receives in source. So now source is within the unknown shadow, the unknown physical. That which you are within, you receive all from source within. You receive all that which you are within. Thus, you receive all that you are without. You receive all that you are in the masculine. You receive all that you are in the physical. It's time for you to allow the physical to teach you, just as you allow the non-physical to teach you. In meditation, in prayer, you allow God, universe, source, goddess, however you feel that energy within, you allow that energy to teach you, to counsel you, to give you guidance, to give you clarity. But that's because you do not define it, you don't limit it. You allow that energy to be a limitless source of knowledge. It is time that you allow the physical to do the same. Learn from the physical. Learn from source in the physical. True source, not the God and the God forms that people and humans have made you believe, have limited, and that limited, narrow-minded, organized frequencies of religion and the limitation of what God is. But you allowing God, universe, goddess, that energy within the physical to be as limitless as it is when you are in that deep prayer. So each moment of your physical experience is a prayer, is a meditation. For you allow the physical to show you who you are, to give you beautiful manifestations. The experiences you encounter in your physical being the guidance, being the lesson, being the nourishment, being the opportunities to learn, to grow, to discover, and to expand into your limitless, abundant self. It is time for you to receive in the physical that which you receive within, but it requires you to then Treat the physical as you treat the non-physical. Accept the physical as you accept the non-physical. View the light as you view the shadow. Limitless, unknown. Release trying to understand, to define, to control what is seen. Allow it to be shown to you as you allow the shadow to reveal itself to you. Powerful energies at this time. And that is what's happening within and without each and every single one of your transformation, as you're finally allowing yourself the complete and utter divine freedom of source creation. So, time for a balancing of energies, time for the physical to reflect to you that which is within you, in order for you to finally manifest the beautiful manifestations, the beautiful experiences you have been asking for, you have been wanting. Okay, what's crossing this energy source? The Three of Cups. And source is saying, oh look, joy, happiness, community, union, freedom, stability within your co-creative energies. As you become source within and you allow source without, you allow yourself to co-create with beings who are now also source creators. It's time for you to come into your likened energy, your likened spiritual team, your likened, as we say, soul family, soul friendships. We release those physical words of family and friendships because they're binding in their own condition. Unique individual source creators co-creating in a resonance, in a frequency that is resonant, that is aligned. There we are. That allows you freedom, that allows you power, that doesn't diminish you or diminish the other being. You are all source, creating in your authentic truths. You just simply also resonate, and thus you co-create within the frequency of love, of joy, of happiness. Source is saying what blocks this energy, is you co-creating with those within how can we say this? With still giving those who are not doing the work power over you. Still co-creating with those who are not a resonant frequency with you. Diminishing yourselves for others, whether it be family or friends or however you see them. You almost understanding your source and then still applying it in the illusion physical realm. So source is saying it's time for you to free yourself to discover new relationships, new experiences of companionship with those who are source creators. And you are now finally stepping into this energy this week. So some of you definitely meeting new beings this week, meeting likened energy, destined energy this week. Beings who are in their power, who are a resonant frequency to you this week. Co-creative energies. Soul family within finally now reflected in the physical. Because you have been allowing beautiful guides and beautiful spiritual teams to come to you in the non-physical. You don't judge them. You don't judge the guidance. You don't judge these frequencies. Some of you do. Spirit is saying some of you still fear, oh, this energy is coming in, I don't trust it. And Source is saying when you are in your highest frequency, only that which is in your frequency can reach you. Don't listen to other people saying, oh, you've got this bad shadow following you. Oh, you've got this bad energy around you. Release all that fearful based illusion, falsities. When you are within love, only love can reach you. That is verbatim. It is simply the rule of creation. But if you believe that you are being influenced by negative frequencies, then of course you're going to be influenced by negative frequencies in the physical too. Everything has to honor you. You are source. This is taking full accountability of what you think and what you believe without making any excuses of it. Not, oh, but it's so hard to think that way. No, it isn't. Stop making excuses that way. Oh, but it's so hard to release people. Stop making excuses. Stop making excuses that deny you from being source energy. Spirit is really bringing that very strongly. As you honor your frequency, as you raise your grid to who and where you are, you need not fear what you receive from within, for only that energy can be there. You need not fear what you receive without, for only that energy, the energy of where you are at, can reach you. And the more you are clear in your frequency, in your stability, in where you are, in your focal point, the more you will finally be able to receive that energies of co-creation companions, which are a frequency which you want, which you enjoy, which are people, a support team, a community which is yours, which aligns with you, which makes sense to you. And for the past week we're receiving, you have been, as we also have been, experiencing energies and maybe other people and groups of energies which aren't truly in alignment, in order for you to feel where you are and where they are, for you to release even more deeply. We have been having, the past week has been a lot of releasing of past energies and past beings who have come back into our life, and then we realize, wait a minute, actually we are so different, and we no longer resonate with the conversation, with the experiences. These are lessons we learned so long ago. These people are still at the same frequency, the same lessons, and it's okay, we can release, and that's okay. It is not a badness, it's not a disharmony. It is a clarity. It shows you, yes, you are very much able to align to all different energies without judgment at all, and you're able to remain in these frequencies at all. Of course, but if you truly want to align with energies that are of your frequency, it's for you to honor your frequency and own it completely and release all else that doesn't. And another energy, another message, the Spirit saying, just trust, 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 trust. Your soul family is coming. A lot of you really, really, really wanting to meet your soul family, to meet a likened energy, companions, beings you have a similar language with, a similar frequency with, beings who you can just, you don't even have to, there's no effort in explaining, you don't have to explain who you are, where the conversation is what you speak of. Sources saying, yes, a lot of you feeling out of place, out of time, out of balance. For whenever you engage with beings, you almost have to slip back into their conversation, slip back into their way. And sources saying, no, you are simply being aware, more aware of where you are. It's not a judgment of where anybody is, not a judgment of where you are, not at all. You accept everybody as they are. They accept you as you are. It's beautiful. And it's okay for you to feel, oh, I just don't resonate with this conversation anymore, and it's okay. I don't resonate with this kind of energy anymore, and it's okay. You're just seeing more clearly and clearly where you are and where others around you are, in order for you to hone in and tune into your energy more. It is not an experience to show you that you are alone. No, it's not an experience to show you that you are not loved. No, it is to show you that, look, you have grown, you have done so much work, you're on a different frequency, a different timeline. You speak differently, different things excite you, different things interest you, and it's okay. Be there, be where you are, it's okay. You are learning more and more to honor your energy. The more you honor your energy, the more you will align to those who are honoring their energy in a way which is compatible to where you are. Because everybody is honoring what they believe, right? It's simply honoring, it's simply resonating or co-creating with those whose honorings are a frequency match to you. Very interesting energy. But know that you are, each and every single one of us, We are at the space of finding soul kindred energy, absolutely and truthfully. Really, really, really do. And that you do not need to worry, you do not need to fear, you do not need to doubt. It's coming through. It is just simply time for you to honor your space and anchor there. And no longer, it feels like Source really wants you to, how can we say this? Okay. When you shift back to energies, this is, say you are on your path and you are doing well and you're finding your frequency and you are really being honoring it and you are claiming it and you are resolute in it. But out of loneliness, out of maybe obligation or feeling that you have to, you almost go back to energies, or you engage with energies that aren't really a vibrational match to you. It splinters your energy. And this isn't to say that Source is saying you have to be alone. Source is saying just be mindful that it does splinter. For as soon as you agree to engage in a frequency which isn't yours, if you're asked out, if you're asked to a group function, if you're asked to a family event, if you're asked to a social gathering, and those beings you know, you can sense, you can feel, are not in a vibrational, are just not a resonant frequency. And again, it's not a judgment, it's just where they are, their path is different to your path. And you agree to go into that frequency, you elect that energy grid. Okay. For you to feel centered, for you to be grounded, and for you to be present in that energy grid is very important, because that's when you can remain in your frequency and simply observe and be present and experience their energy without you feeling splintered. It's important that you don't shift out of your grounding in order to then fit in to the frequency. That is when your energy splinters. So be mindful of what you engage in, who you engage things with. Allow yourself to be, no matter where you are, no matter who you are co-creating with, to be in your truth, in your frequency, anchoring it in firmly. Because that is when you then call in other beings who are in that frequency. And before you know it, you're invited to social events with new beings you have never ever met before, but who are in their power, in their frequency, in a resonant energy to you. Okay, we've spent quite a lot of time here, so we're going to move on. But it does feel like there is a huge relationship experiencing for most of you, whether it's in relationships, in career, in family, friendships, romance, however it is, where you are asked to really keep in your truth no matter what, no matter the social event, no matter the social, no matter the person, be in your truth. Then you're able to see clearly where you are, where they are, where you no longer are, and it's okay. Do not fear that you are now in a different energy grid or in a different space of being. We are all evolving, and you are evolving. Some of you, not all of you, are now ready to step into a new frequency of new co-creative beings who are aligned to you. Others of you, you have already found your soul family and you're already in that frequency. Okay. The basis. The star card. Ooh, look. And we're moving into Aquarian energy. So this is the Aquarian season. Yes. Truth. True authentic creation. True authentic experiences. The star energy, right? How does a star shine so brightly in the physical, in the light? It embraces all of the shadow within. The divine feminine, the shadow on a source, the light on a source, thus brightly shining within and without. And it's time for now authentic creations. It's time for your wish fulfillment. It's time for the desires of your deepest dreams to come true. As you align with your frequency, you are so unique. And yes, it might feel like a very lonely journey, that you're on your own, that nobody understands you, that nobody gets you, that nobody's really aligned to your frequency. This feels like a very interesting, specific reading for those of you who have been asked to. So this reading really might not resonate with everyone, to be honest. This weekly reading is very fascinating. Sources saying the relationships are quite a theme for this week, where you have been working on you, on your truth, on your source, on your anchoring, on who you are within, which has made you, or rather not made you, it has inspired you to release, encouraged you to release a lot of energies which were not aligned to you. And you might be feeling quite alone, but Source is saying, trust, you are just becoming the individual star you are in order for you to co-create with other individual stars shining in their truth. Okay? There are others who are going through this transformation, but are still unwilling to release the toxic environments around them. And Source is saying it's imperative for those to also understand that by, again, not anchoring in your truth, in those frequencies, splinters your energy. And for those of you who have completely taken on the solo path to come into your frequency, know that the energies are about to balance, where you are to now receive some soul energies, kindred energy. And for some of you, definitely this week, you are meeting kindred energy, because it's time for that authentic creation, where finally in the physical, you are as you have alive in the non-physical, in the shadow space, you have guides and you have spiritual beings who are assisting you, and it's time for those to also take a manifest physical form, allowing yourself to receive in the physical guides and spiritual beings who are there to be with you, to co-create with you, not because of codependency, not because they have to, but simply because it's a resonant frequency, because it aligns with the energies at this time, with your energies at this time. Okay, very interesting message we are receiving for this week. Let us see. Past energies. And this again can happen workplace, family, friendships. You know where it applies to. The Tower card in the past, yes, because there was a fundamental change in your foundation, in your frequency, where again that shift, that opening message, you're no longer creating through the illusion, through the expectation, through what people, you're no longer, okay, thank you, Source. You are no longer applying what you're receiving from Source with the illusion. This is a message that has been coming through quite powerfully for us in the past few weeks as well. That we tend to, and we've mentioned this, the caterpillar receiving the messages of the butterfly in advance and not understanding it, right? When we receive from Source, we tend to apply it to our current life situation, and that is what causes the splintering of energy. That's what causes the anxiety and the fear, because you can't seem to understand. It doesn't make sense what you're receiving from Source and how it applies to your physical life. And Source is saying, stop taking what you're receiving from Source within and applying it to the limited illusion physical realm experience that you are currently having. Receive from Source and allow it to manifest in your physical. Allow the physical to take the shape of the information you're receiving, not you trying to place and slot in the information into your current reality. That's what causes the splintering of energy. For example, if the caterpillar received messages, oh, by the way, you're about to go through a transformation, you're going to have wings and you're going to be flying around. Imagine the caterpillar would be like, are you kidding me? Me, squishy body, me, I'm going to have wings. They're going to be massive wings to carry my body around. And what am I going to do? Go to different trees eating leaves and then spinning cocoons everywhere? I don't understand. That doesn't make sense. The caterpillar would be so traumatic, it wouldn't even want to go into the chrysalis. It wouldn't want to do lockdown. It wouldn't want to take that time. It wouldn't want to do that inner healing because it's like, that's too much. I can't understand that, right? So Source is saying the caterpillar wouldn't take that information and try to apply it to its current. It simply receives information. It's time to go into the chrysalis. Okay, I go. Goes into the chrysalis. It's time for transformation. Okay, I go. It's time for transformation. And before it knows, it's a butterfly. Wow. It had no idea it would become a butterfly. It didn't try to apply the information to its current situation. It allowed itself to discover this beautiful process. And you are asked to do the same. Humans are just different because of the brain capacity we have. We tend to overthink, we overanalyze, we logic, we problem solve. So what we receive, we now try to apply. And so Source is saying, Tower moment. By you saying, I no longer receive from the external, I receive from Source, it means it's a complete shift now of the external. The external now honors Source. So now the divine feminine, the internal honors Source, and now the divine masculine also honors Source. The light now honors Source, because now you honor Source. You as the divine feminine energy, you as Source energy creating, have now taken your accountability, of taking acknowledgement of who and what you are. And so now Source is saying, as you are receiving this information, stop trying to apply it in your physical. Allow it to be. And that's what you have been doing beautifully. You have been trusting. You have been trusting and you have been allowing. And now it's time for this beautiful shift in energies to take place. It's time for your metamorphosis to take place. It's time for the soul energy within to now manifest without. And Source is saying, you have no idea. Don't try to have an idea of what that means. Don't even try to do that, because if you try to do that, it means again you are trying to apply what you're receiving to your current situation, and that's what causes the anxiety and the frustration, because then it doesn't make sense, because then you can't foresee how it's going to work out, because you are trying to measure the abundance, the love, all the shifts, all the messages and the beautiful experiences that you know that's going to happen, because that's what you're receiving, but you're trying to make sense of it in the physical, and that's what's causing the discomfort, because it doesn't make sense. Because Source is saying it's not about the messages and the energy you're receiving now adapting to your physical. No, it's about the information and the energy you're receiving creating the physical, changing the physical into something completely different. The caterpillar to the butterfly, something completely different. The caterpillar to the moth, something completely different. Coal compressed into a diamond, different. From dull and completely solid to brilliant, shining, translucent, different. Okay, so you're really being asked to receive what you receive, trust it, and no longer apply it. No longer take the information and try to slot it into your reality, because the reality you are currently still having is a reality which was born of the illusion, and the information you're receiving is born of Source. Totally different frequencies. So it's time for the information you're receiving from Source within to now be the light, the physical you receive without. So it's time for that Source creation, Source light, Source physical, Source masculine energy, which means, again, even in the physical, even in the light, you discover your relationships, you discover Source, you discover the manifestations. And for you to really be in that space, that is really the powerful energies of this week, of this new moon coming in, because it's time for new energies, new experiences born of Source. But that means receive what you receive and stop trying to apply it into your reality. Receive what you receive and allow it to manifest in your reality. Okay, crowning. We saw the moon there, and we saw the strength card there when the cards fell. Too many cards. But it was just simply saying, Source is saying, trust as the illusion changes into your clarity. Have the strength and the courage. You are releasing the illusion. The physical illusion is finally becoming physical source, physical light. And you have the strength and courage to trust and have the path, right? Page of Cups, here we go. New energies, new insight, new emotional experiences, new dreams, new ideas. Source is saying what you're receiving is of the new, is to bring new ideas, new inspiration. This is childlike innocence being reborn. This is you starting all over again. New experiences, new social circles, new social experiences, new manifestations, new hobbies, new ways of being, new imaginings, new dreams, even new dreams, new experiences, new ways of fulfilling your dreams. Source is saying it's all about the new, it's all about the new, it's all about the new. It's you receiving and experiencing it anew, not you receiving and applying it to the old. And so it is really about finally, again, we see that central message, that Six of Pentacles. It's time for the light, the physical, to honor the shadow, because finally the shadow is honoring Source. Because you used to fear the shadow, you used to fear the unknown, thus the unknown honored the illusion, because fear is an illusion. But now you love the shadow, now you love the unknown, because you've understood that in the unknown, in the shadow, it reveals more of who you are. It's the truth of who you are. Beautiful. So now the shadow, the divine feminine, finally honors Source. Wonderful. And now it's time for you to love the unknown in the light. Love the unknown in the physical. Love the unknown physical expression of you. Love this unknown form you are becoming. Love the unknown relationships you're coming to co-create with. Love the unknown experiences you're about to manifest in. Love the unknown. Love the Source in the light, in the physical, by allowing everything you receive to be new. And that brings peace, because now you're no longer trying to understand how that energy could possibly manifest. You're simply saying, okay, Source, if you say so, let's see it, and you're allowing it to manifest. And it's beautiful, it's powerful. It is a Tower moment, because as it manifests, of course, it shifts you out of the old ways, the old illusion, the old physical, the old light is shifted away for you to come into the new light, the new physical that truly celebrates who you are. In the near future, so what's coming through? Look at this, the King of Swords. Yes, clarity, peace, tranquility, intuitive action, messages, understanding. There's an owl, wisdom, transformation, transmutation with the bad energy there. Shadow energy, creating fearlessly in the unknown energies. It's time for your magic, it's time for your alchemy. This is you in harmony, no longer worried, no longer fearful, no longer anxious because you're trying to again apply what you're receiving to the physical. This is you saying, okay, I simply trust what I receive, and I look forward to the outcome. I look forward to how it manifests. I allow it to manifest in my frequency. I no longer try to direct it. I no longer try to manipulate it. I no longer try to understand it and define it. I allow it to be free, to be formless, to be unknown, just as the shadow, just as Source within me is free and formless and unknown. I allow the information to be free and formless and unknown. I allow the manifestation to be free, to be formless, to be unknown until it manifests. Then I know it. Then I discover it. Then I enjoy it. Then I understand it. But when it manifests, not before. I don't limit the potential manifestation by trying to understand it, by trying to understand it. We have this great need to have to understand everything, and that's also part of the conditioning, because you have to know it, you have to know how it works, you have to understand it, you have to see it, you have to, and that's again allowing the physical to be your stability. Release the understanding. Allow yourself to go beyond the realm of understanding to the realm of discovery. the understanding of just deep trust and deep knowing. The understanding will come. Let it come within the manifestation, because then it manifests free of your limited understanding, free of your defining, free of your insecurity. It is simply born, and then, oh, okay, so that's the path. Fascinating. Okay, let's go. Oh, okay. So you are the person who is meant to assist me. I didn't expect it to be you, but okay. You don't have to know before you are at ease, because that means you are limiting the information, again, slotting it in a way in which brings you ease, limiting it. We trust this is making sense, beautiful beings. You are really asked to be free. This is Spirit's source saying, you are a limitless, free, divine creator. It's time for you to step up and be it, and be it, and be it. That means infinite trust, infinite faith. No more hovering. No more saying, yes, I receive, but then I have to be realistic. I have to now, also understand. And no, stop taking the source, your energy, and applying it into the illusion. You're again creating through fear, through the illusion. You're giving the illusion power. Receive what you receive. Allow it to then freely manifest in the physical, so that you receive what you receive in the physical too. Receiving from the shadow, receiving from the light, because both the shadow and the light honor source, not the illusion, not other humans. Okay, your power. Look at this, Eight of Cups. This message is coming quite strongly. Yes, walking away from all that which binds you, all that which limits you. Release those cups. Release the cups of the illusion. Release slotting in the information into these old cups. They no longer serve you. Release the cups entirely. Walk away into a new energy, into a new light, a new dawn. Walk away into newness, 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 newness. It's time for new creations, time for new energies, it's time for new soul companions, it's time for new career, it's time for a new home, it's time for new work, it's time for a new job, it's time for whatever it might be. It's time for new, 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 new. And you're simply being shown each and every single step of the way what no longer aligns to you, not for sadness, not for heartbreak, but for you to understand you are different. And it's time for you now to honor the difference you are, because it's unique and it's beautiful. And before you know it, you will align with those who are on the same frequency as you. Don't lose hope. You are doing beautifully well, truly. The key, receive, and don't apply to what your physical reality looks like. Release the physical reality. It's transforming, it's changing. But the more you keep trying to apply it, the more it doesn't work. Okay, allow it simply to show, allow it to come through into your experience in the truth of that which you will be, and it will be beautiful. It'll simply just come through. Okay, Source giving us another example just to give even more clarity. Imagine you've always created the life of yellow, the life of yellow, the life of yellow, the life of yellow. That's all you've created, the life of yellow. And Source is saying, oh, but within, and yellow is what you've been conditioned to. Yellow is what you were taught. You were born, you were told you are yellow, you're the life of yellow, you're the energy of yellow, you are to manifest yellow, and yellow is your frequency, yellow, yellow, yellow. And that's what you've always been taught. But inside you've always felt, oh, but I feel like I'm blue though. I feel like I'm the frequency of blue more than anything else. I don't know, I think I like blue, and you've been sifting and sorting, and you've been releasing and releasing, and now you have finally allowed yourself to receive within from blue. So you're receiving now the information of blue, but your physical reality is still of that yellow. So you're receiving from blue, but you're trying to apply it in the yellow, and you're creating green, and the green is making you very anxious because it doesn't make any sense. And Source is saying, well, release the yellow and just allow the blue to manifest as blue. And soon you'll receive these pockets of blue amongst the yellow, so much so that eventually, yes, you'll have some spots of green, but that spots of green will please you, because it's now spots of the yellow working with the blue that pleases you, or rather it's spots of the blue coming through working with the yellow that pleases you in your physical, not the blue from source working with the yellow which doesn't please you because you're trying to apply it into the yellow that doesn't work. You've been yellow in this frequency of yellow all your life, and that's all you've really known. So now when you're receiving this blue information, you're trying to make it work, creating green. No, release it. Allow the blue to manifest as blue in your life. It'll just come through. You'll see the spots of blue. And when you do that, when you give it power, then the blue that comes through, if there's some yellow which is still to your advantage, it'll manifest as a green to your advantage. Okay, some of you needed that kind of understanding, which is fascinating. However works for you, Source just really wants you to release trying to control how things are working out at this time and to trust deeply. Because there's Seven of Pentacles, this is your environment, the energies around you. You have planted your seeds and it's time for them to grow. And for you, it's just to tend to your garden, to release the weeds, to really release the energies. That Eight of Cups, you have the power to walk away. And it's time that you now release the ways, the habits, the experiences that no longer align to you. Because what you're doing is, here we go again, receiving all this information and applying it to a reality that doesn't serve you. And Source is saying, tend to your garden, release those energies that no longer serve you, release those situations, those relationships that no longer serve you. So the energy that comes in is now aligned to the energy that does serve you. Let the blue that comes in align with the yellow that does serve you. Allow the green to be a green that is happy, that serves you. And allow some of the blue to come through as blue now, because you're now anchoring in new energies, and the yellow will slowly fade away. Maybe some bits of the yellow that really, no, Source is saying no, and the yellow will fall away. Only the yellow which is true to you will come through again anew. It's all about new energy coming in, all of the old being released completely. And yes, it's scary to start all over again. It's a whole reset. And Source is saying the reason why it's scary is because usually when you reset, you would die. You would have a physical death and start again as a baby. That was the standard reset. But that reset made you believe that you were, that Source was temporary, that you were, how can we say, the reset of physical birth and beginning as a new baby to be reborn, that limited you, because now you didn't allow yourself to evolve. You didn't see yourself as eternal. You didn't allow yourself to transcend the physical, which is why right now you are having a reset right now in this current timeline, and you're asked to be a brand new baby right now. The Page of Cups here, a brand new baby right now, in order for you to allow this new information to be applied to a new clear canvas. King of Swords, clarity, be a clear canvas, in order for you to walk away from the paintings that no longer serve you. Clear that garden, release the energies and the frequencies that don't serve you. That's what's happening this week. You're really just walking away. You have great clarity, great understanding of what really doesn't serve you. And again, it's not a judgment on people you have to release or social activities. It's nothing of that. It's just simply you're coming more into a clarity of, okay, actually, these are the conversations I don't want to have anymore. Actually, this just doesn't align with me anymore. Or, okay, this actually just doesn't appeal to me anymore. And it's not a badness, not a bad thing. It's just simply I'm different. And the more I remain in my frequency of difference, the more then I will align with those who are a similar kind of different to me. Your hopes and your fears. It does feel quite relationship based this week, beautiful beings. your hopes and your fears. It's been quite a long reading. A lot of messages. Two of Pentacles, yes. Look, everything will come in balance. You're simply dropping what doesn't align with you and allowing that balance to come in. That balance, that harmony will come in. What is being released, what is being removed, what you are seeing no longer works and you're walking away from. New energy will come in to replace it. Six of Pentacles, we see it there. Balancing of energies. Two of Pentacles, balancing of energies. It's time for new energies which honor you, the Star card, which honor you completely, fully, and wholly within the frequency of who you are. So just trust that energy. Things are working out. What has been released, what you've had to walk away from, what has been lost will be replaced in you. Trust. And the outcome... Look at the bottom of the deck before we cut. The Ten of Swords. Yes, you're releasing the Ten of Swords. You're releasing the illusion. You're releasing the past. You're releasing that yellow that no longer serves you. Yes, like how this color is yellow. And yellow is a powerful color. Of course, we love yellow. Solar plexus. Yeah, we're just using an example. But you are releasing the Ten of Swords. All the swords that kept you pinned down. All of the illusion. All of the ideas. All that kept you pinned down. You are releasing and stepping into a new frequency. You are releasing the realm of the old energies, the realm of the caterpillar. And yes, the caterpillar is a beautiful energy. It's a beautiful realm. We do not judge it. We're simply shifting. You've outgrown it. You've outgrown these energies, simply put. And it's not a judgment. You've simply outgrown them. And it's time for you now to move into energies that truly honor who you are. Look at the Six of Swords. Yes. Look at how you're moving forward to calmer waters, to happier frequencies, to joy, to co-creative energies, to harmony, to happier shores, to likened energy, to energies that are in your truth. And at the bottom of the deck, overall energy, look, the world. And look, we love this, the Six of Wands. We're going to take it to source it, bring it through. The world and the Six of Wands. Yes, being seen, being celebrated, being recognized, being honored. Because, and this feels like it's Spirit saying, you honoring you, you seeing you. You no longer, when you no longer take what you're receiving and apply it in the known, you stand out more. It's almost like you're taking all this beautiful, unique information and you are hiding it again in the shadows, in the unawakened shadows, in the unawakened light, in the unawakened illusion. And Source is saying, take what you receive and release it to manifest in you, because now you stand out, because it brings in a new energy. It brings in a new frequency. It brings in your new life, your new manifestations, your new experiences, your new blessings. 21, the world. Yes, it's time for you to wrap up an old soul cycle. So this week is a week of you wrapping up old soul cycles, you wrapping up old ways of being, perhaps old relationships, old experiences, whatever it might be. You're beginning a whole new soul cycle, a whole new soul journey where you are creating within the truth of you, with the divine feminine honoring source, the divine masculine honoring source, the light honoring source, the shadow honoring source, meaning the shadow is unknown, limitless, and the light is also now unknown and limitless. The physical manifestations you're experiencing now were born of the physical illusion, and it's time for the physical manifestations to change shape, to change, to now finally honor all that you are within. It's time for you to embrace Source in the light, Source in the physical, by you honoring Source within you at all times, thus honoring Source without you. Release the physical to free flow formlessness as you have released the shadow to free form formlessness. Okay. Very powerful energies. Numerology, we have 1, 2, 3, 666, and sixes are all about harmony and balancing. Okay, and it's time for that powerful harmony and balancing. It's time for that powerful harmony and frequency of knowing, right? And it's interesting, Spirit brought this message, bringing this message in. It's fascinating how 666 has always been seen as this bad number, as an evil number, right? But that's because 666 is a number of illumination, of clarity, of you coming into your power. And of course, in the days of old, anything that made you understand that you require nothing to connect to source was seen as evil and bad. Just as the tarot, just as tattoos, anything that imprinted, that brought you the healing, that brought you the understanding that you are source energy, was seen as bad, because it then, you were too free. Because remember, in the times of old, all those religions and those traditions were the governments of then, and they needed you to be under control. They needed you to be disciplined, needed you to follow in step. And so they had to give you structure and give you hoops to jump through, and steps to follow in order for you to connect to source. And source was saying, you've never needed anything to connect to source. You always are source at all times. Okay, and it's time for you to honor. Look, 6 of Pentacles coming into the truth of you within, honored the truth of you without. 6 of Wands, you being seen, you being recognized, you being allowed, you existing. 6 of Swords, moving to happiness, to your empowerment, to your truth. Look at how liberating and freeing that numerology is. You also have 16, which makes a 7 here, and a 7 of Pentacles. So you've got double 7, and 7s are all about good fortune and good luck and good experiences coming through. You've got 17 of the Star, which makes an 8, and you've got the 8 of Cups. So you've got double 8, infinity energies, things coming through to you as within, without, balancing. You've got the 3 of Cups, and you've got 21 of the Walls, so double 3, 33, which also reduces to another 6. So you've got actually 4 6s there for that harmony and balance. But double 3 is all about stability, coming to the truth of you. So 666, double 3, double 8, double 7, powerful numerology coming in, and all speaking about 6's harmony, balance, 8 infinity, harmony and balance, 3 stability, 7s again balancing. So it's really about a balance and a harmony this week. But how? Allow yourself to be free in the physical. Allow the physical to be free. Allow the light to be free as the shadow, as free as the non-physical. As free as you are in prayer and meditation, allow your physical to be. As free as you are in prayer and meditation, allow the physical to be. As free as you are in prayer and meditation, allow the physical to be. Vitares qui viatures qui alatares qui et. Blessed be.